Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this class, I'm going to explain you prime numbers and composite numbers. Many of you are watching my classes but not subscribing my channel. Please do subscribe so that you can get a notification of all my classes. So let's start this class with prime numbers. Now we will keep on heading prime numbers. So actually prime numbers are nothing but the numbers which have only two factors, that one and itself. So I will write the definition. Numbers which have only two factors. I hope all you know about factors. What are those? One and number itself. I'll explain clearly. Actually prime numbers are nothing but which have only two factors. For example, if we take 2. So what are the factors for 2? 1 into 2. So here 1 is one factor and 2 is second factor. So total we have two factors. The definition of prime number tells the numbers which have only two factors. What are those? 1 and itself. Here we have taken example 2. For 2, what are the factors? 1 and 2. Here we can see 1 is 1 and what is this 2? The number itself. So we will see another example 3. For 3, what are the factors? 1 and 3. Here also same thing comes 1 and number itself. We will take one more example 5. For 5, what are the factors? 1 and 5. Same, here also 1 is one factor and the number itself is another factor. So I hope you understand about what are prime numbers. Prime numbers are nothing but when we do a factorization, we will get only two numbers. I hope you understand the definition of prime numbers. Now I will write the prime numbers between 1 and 100. Prime numbers between 1 and 100. Okay. Now we will write prime numbers between 1 and 2. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19 and 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43 and 47, 53 and 59, 61, 67, 71, 73, 79, 83, 89 and 97. So I have written the prime numbers between 1 and 100. If we observe 2 to 3 times, we can remember these numbers. Now I will explain the properties of prime numbers. Properties of prime numbers. Let's see what are the properties. We have 4 properties in prime numbers. So first we will see prime number is a whole number. Actually prime number is a whole number greater than 1. 1 is not a prime number. From 2 we'll say prime numbers. Prime number is a whole number greater than 1. Next, second, it has only two factors. As we discussed in the definition, it has only two factors. Exactly two factors. What are those? 1 and number itself. That is 1 and number itself. And third property, in prime numbers only one even number is there. What is that? Only 2. 2 is the only number which is even and prime number. So only one even number, even prime number. There are many odd prime numbers, but only one even prime number is there, that is 2. And fourth property, if you take any two prime numbers, they are always co-prime to each other. If we take any two prime numbers, are always co-prime to each other. These 4 properties comes under prime numbers. So fourth point, I will explain clearly what are co-prime numbers. So co-prime numbers. This is very simple concept. I will explain. Co-primes consider in a pair. I will write co-primes are co-prime numbers are always will consider any two prime numbers. Consider in pairs. For prime number, we'll consider only single number. So for prime number, we consider only a single number. For prime number, we will consider a single number. But that is not the case with co-prime numbers. Co-prime will consider any two numbers. Now we will see what actually co-prime numbers are. Actually co-primes are nothing but a pair of numbers which has no common factor apart from 1. I will explain clearly what it is. If a pair of numbers, if you take any two pair of numbers, it shall not have a common factor other than 1. Factor apart from 1. I hope you understand the meaning of co-prime numbers. I will explain the example. Let's see the examples. If you take 5 and 9. For 5, what are the factors? 1 and 5. For 9, what are the factors? 1, 3 and 9. If we observe these two factors, what are the common factor we have? Only 1. So, in 5, we have common factor 1 and 9, 1. So, 5 and 9, we call it as co-prime numbers. And another example, 6 and 11. For 6, what are the factors? 1, 2, 3 and 6. And for 11, 1 and 11. So if we observe these two factors, what is the common? Only 1. So I hope you understand what are co-prime numbers. Co-primes are nothing but if a pair of number has a common factor 1. Apart from, there is no common factor at all. I hope you understand what are co-prime numbers. Now we will see how to check prime number. How to check prime number. If you want to check whether a number is prime or not, simply we can use two formulae. What are those? One is 6n plus 1 and another one is 6n minus 1. So if we put n is equals to 1, so what will come? 6 into 1 plus 1 is nothing but 6 ones are 1 plus 1, 7. Is it a prime number or not? Prime number. We will see second formula. 6 ones minus 1. 6 ones are 1 minus 1, 5. So we'll check whether 5 is a prime number or not. 5 is a prime number. And if you put n is equals to 2, if we put n is equals to 2, then 6 into 2 plus 1. 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 1, 13. 13 is a prime number. Next, we'll check for second formula. 6 into 2, 12, 12 minus 1, 11. 11 is also a prime number. I hope you understand how to check prime number using two formulae. What are those? 6n plus 1 and 6n minus 1. If you remember these two formulae, you will simply write prime numbers. I hope you understand about prime numbers. I will explain briefly. Actually, prime numbers are nothing but any number which have only two factors, that is 1 and number itself. Examples 2, 3, 5, 7 like that. And what we have seen, the prime numbers between 1 and 100. What are those? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29 and so on. And next what we have seen, properties of prime numbers. 4 important properties are there. What are those? Prime number is nothing but a whole number which is greater than 1. And second one, it has exactly two factors, that is 1 and number itself. And third property, in prime numbers only one even number is there, that is only 2. And next one, and fourth property is any two prime numbers are always co-prime to each other. If we compare any two prime numbers, we will get only one common factor, that is 1. So I have explained co-prime numbers also. Co-prime numbers are nothing but if a pair of number has no common factor other than 1, that is called co-prime numbers. We have seen examples for that 5 and 9. Though 9 is not a prime number, but it comes as a co-prime. Why? Because when you observe the second point, for prime numbers we'll consider a single number, for co-primes we'll consider in pairs. That is why 5 and 9 comes under co-prime numbers. Same example, 6 and 1. 6 is not a prime number, but when we compare 6 and 11 factors, we'll get 1 as common factor. That is why they are called as co-prime numbers. We have seen how to check prime numbers using two formulas, 6n plus 1 and 6n minus 1. So I hope you understand what are prime numbers. Now I will explain composite numbers. Composite numbers. Composite numbers are nothing but those are not prime numbers. Opposite of that prime numbers, composite numbers. So I will write a definition. Natural numbers which have more than two factors. More than two factors. Why? Because if a number comes under prime numbers, then it shall have two factors. So I will explain examples. So what are those? We will see three examples, 6, 9 and 10. For 6, what are the factors? 1, 2, 3 and 6. And for 9, 1, 3 and 9. And for 10, 1, 2, 5 and 10. If we observe these three examples have more than two factors. For 6, 4 factors are there. For 9, 3 factors are there. For 10, 4 factors are there. That is why these numbers comes under composite numbers. Composite numbers are nothing but a number which have more than two factors. Now I will explain the types of composite numbers. So types of composite numbers. Two types are there. I will write those numbers. First one, odd composite number. Odd composite numbers. The name itself saying what are odd composite numbers. The odd numbers which are not prime. The odd numbers which are not prime. Why we have written not prime? For prime number, two factors will be there. For composite, more than two factors are there. That is why we have write like this, called odd composite numbers. Now we will observe the examples. So example 9, 5, 9, 15, 21, 25, 27 and so on. If we observe these numbers, more than two factors will come. That is why it comes under composite number. And second more thing is these numbers are odd numbers. That is why we can call as odd composite number. Now we will see the second type. Even composite number. Even composite number. Same like odd numbers. Even numbers which are not prime. Even numbers which are not prime. I will explain examples. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and so on. If we observe the factors of these numbers, we will get more than 2. So I will explain. For 4, 1, 2 and 4. For 6, 1, 3 and 6. For 8, 1, 2, 4, 8. And for 10, 1, 2, 5, 10. And for 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6, 12. So we can observe more than 3 factors will come for these numbers. So that is why we call these numbers as even composite numbers. So I will explain one more time. What are composite numbers? Natural numbers which have more than 2 factors. So we have seen 6, 9 and 10 as examples. We have seen types of composite numbers. What are those? First one is odd composite number and second one is even composite number. For odd composite numbers, the odd number which are not prime comes under odd composite numbers. Examples 9, 15, 21, 25 and so on. Even composite numbers are nothing but the even numbers which are not prime or comes under even composite numbers. Examples 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you like this video, please like the button and do subscribe my channel. Or if you have any suggestion or any doubt, please let me know in the comment section so that I can make a dedicated video or I can improve myself to bring my classes very effectively and clearly to all of you. Thank you.